Alright guys, thank you for joining me down on the foreshore again today. Let's get stuck into some mudlarking and see what we can find. Okay, so peeking out under here is something rather lovely, and before I show you it, I want to say hello to Jennifer, who I just met, and she's really lovely. So there we go. So, oh, and her dog's lovely too. Okay, have you seen it yet? There it is. Let's see. I'm guessing it's going to just be a bowl, so don't get too excited. Oh, let's see if it's complete. Oh, I might get washed off now. It is complete, but no stem. Still nice 18th century bowl, and I love there. You can see where it's been sitting in the mud. By the way, if you're wondering, this mud stain does come off after a while. Obviously you can bleach it, leave these sitting in bleach for ages, but they do eventually fade if you want them to. I quite like leaving them as they are. Oh, and another top tip, always check the mud inside. You might sometimes find tobacco in the bottom, which is a crazy notion to me. 18th century tobacco down there, but other times it has been known for people to find things in the pipe, buttons and bits. Oh, like there we go, a nice pipe full. Okay, well we've got a broken one this time, but I just gave it a little push. Oh, and I think, whoop, I think there might be some stem on that one. Let's have a look. I think there might be a bit of stem. That's a shame about the broken bit. Okay, let's take that out first. Okay, so there's the broken bit, and it looks to me like just a plain pipe. Pop that there. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, I can see the end of it. I'm not beyond gluing a pipe back together, I must say. I've never done it before, but I think I will. It's such a clean break. There we go. Nice initials. I think that's a B, or is it a crown? It might be a B. I or J, because I's were often used in place of J's. IB or JD. And let's take it over here. Does this bit fit? Is it the whole thing? I think it might be. Oh, maybe save it. Is it or isn't it? Oh, there's another little bit missing. I'm going to see if I can find that. As I say, I'm not beyond gluing a pipe back together. Alright, there we go. That's what it would be like. And I've got that bit missing there. That's alright. I'll take that home and do a little restoration job on it. Look at this. This is, oh my god, my most exciting piece of saggar to date. This is a stoneware saggar. This is the best. This is my find of the day. Without any doubt, this is my find of the day. So, stoneware saggar. That sign there, that's an aperture. Would have had a little hole in there. What's it for? Well, this would have been a vessel, a pot-shaped vessel. Walls there, apertures, and in this pot-shaped vessel go jugs, vases, whatever, other vessels for firing. Now this outer vessel keeps the inner vessel safe. The aperture allows the heat and the salt to circulate in this salt glaze saggar. I collect these pieces. Usually they're just really small chunks, but this is a whopper and I love it. I'm so pleased. I could even do a happy dance. Okay, great. The reason I've stopped to show you this piece of redware is because of its sheer size. Now let's turn over and look at the base. So you can guess what the circumference would be based on this curve. It's going to be like, well, maybe not so big, hang on. This big, huge storage vessel, probably glazed on the inside. I don't know, maybe because it's glazed on the inside. Couldn't be for cooking, could it? I don't know. Likely to be a storage vessel, but that is a whopper, and I just wanted to show you it just so you can see how we can judge how big they were. I'll leave that there for someone else to find. I stopped to look at this because it's, again, it's redware, a large vessel, and it's kind of similar in circumference to that other vessel, maybe a bit tighter in the curve. But these bad boys, you know, they were really big vessels, often used for industrial purposes and storage. There, I shall leave that there for someone else to find, but it's, look at that rim, I love that. It's great to find these. And as I say, I know redware is everywhere, but you know, I love it all the same. I'll always stop for a redware rim with a thumbed edge. As I've said many a time, these decorative areas here were also they also had a second purpose. They doubled up as a grip, so it helped you to grip a vessel. So it helped you to grip a vessel and get your fingers right in there when you're lifting up a heavy pot. And they're glazed on the inside, probably a cooking vessel, glazed on the inside, and that helped you to carry it, but also it's decorative. You don't see these pieces as much these days, so I always take them home. I've paused here to show you this piece of worked bone. This is a rib bone, and you can see it's been worked here. Looks like it's been worked, then discarded. They haven't finished the work. You can see where this has been shaved down, filed and filed and filed, shaved, and it would have eventually made a sort of a flat plane. They're sometimes used for the outside of boxes, like a veneer, almost. Anyway, I like these pieces of worked bone, so I'm going to take that with me because it's something that hasn't been finished, but it has been worked. Here's another piece of worked bone. There you go, much more finished there. And look, I love that angle and the dip. It's because these are, as I said, made out of rib bones, and oh look, you can see these sort of shave marks. They're made out of bones, and they're rib bones, so that's where they filed the bone away, and that, I think, there is the natural curve of the edge of a rib. As I've said before, I've got this special episode of Tide Travelling coming up, and it features Alessio, and we look at lots of bone-made objects. Can't resist a pie crust. Honestly, they are just popping up everywhere. Let's see if this is a nice extraction. Okay, there we go. Well, it feels like it has some length to it. There we are. bit nibbled on the end. And not so bad. Now, following on from my last mudlarking with old Father Thames video, I was talking about these tessera and how one hopes they are Roman, but they can also be Edwardian, Victorian. Now, based on the area you find them in, you can have a pretty good clue. And even though this is very clean on its edges, I would hazard a guess to say this is in fact Roman. I might do a bit of asking, but of course, you know, it's hard to say for definite unless you have it dated scientifically. But I would say my money's on that being a Roman tessera. Okay, it's a tiny fragment, but it's something you don't see every day on the Thames, and personally, some of my favourite pottery. This is a piece of lusterware. So a really small fragment, but look at that luster shine. I absolutely love it. Probably Victorian, possibly earlier. So 18th, 19th century, but I love lusterware, and I really don't find that many shards of lusterware on the Thames. So that's a definite keeper. Now, when we talk about Thames gilding, this is what we mean. Look at that. It looks golden, doesn't it? That's an aglet or a laced shape. It is something, oh look, you can make out the details. It is a fastening that goes on the end of a lace or a ribbon or another piece of fabric. Like our lace tips we have these days, but these also went on laces that threaded through clothes. So yeah, that's a beautiful one, and it's not gold, it just looks really golden because of the Thames mud. Lovely example of a shape. Now then, this here looks kind of promising, just from the shape of the end, but I don't know. Oh, goodness. It might just be an enormous nail. I'm saying that's what I think it is. A huge nail. Right, let's see. Yeah, there it is. Wow. That is a whopper, and I will keep that because it's got some age to it. Look at that, compared to the aglet. There we go. What a whopper. I also picked this mystery item up. It looks to me like a bone. Yeah, looks like bone, maybe a big knuckle of something. Take that home, have a look at it. And just down here, you can see in the distance, I've spotted this lovely piece of hand-painted porcelain. Spotted this lovely piece of hand-painted porcelain. That's a sweet piece, I won't take it. But gosh, look how clean and clear that is. I'll leave that here. Guys, I haven't had one of these for an absolute age. There you go, can you see the end, the head of that nail there? I've got a number of nails like this at home with letters on the head. I'll put those on the screen now. They're a bit of a mystery. I've done quite a lot of research into these, but they have evaded discovery. Alright, info on the screen now. I just pulled a very tiny pipe out of that hole there, fragmented pipe, and I want to show you it because it's got a red tip. There you are. So that is the smoking end, and they were often a red colour. I thought it would be useful to show you that, and look how tiny it is, it's narrow as heck. There we go, a little red tip there. When we get a good clear out in this area, lots and lots of pipes turn up. Now, is this a complete bowl or is it not? Ah, interesting. This could be a nice one, let's see. Oh, bowl. Okay, complete bowl. Bit of an older one. And it's got this milling around the edge here. 18th century. Another nice bowl though. And just lurking behind it, partial bowl. So yes, when we get a clear out around here, as in things shift about a bit, pipe bowls do tend to turn up. And there's lots of nasty asbestos, so we'll ignore that. To further prove my point, here we go. Just a little bit of one, again with the milling. Hey guys, well I've headed to a spot that I haven't been to for a good 5 years because I dismissed it as being rubbish. But I thought I'd take a look over here again. Okay, little metal bits and bobs. Whether this part here was pushed into that shape on purpose or whether it's an accident, I don't care because that is really sweet. And I found some other little metal bits and typeface and nails, and there you go. But look, also here, nice bit of pottery, one of those seltzer bottles again, like I found in my last video. Another Herzog Thorum, I think it is, seltzer. So I'm going to keep looking in this spot. It's a little hard going, but I have hope. Well, this is interesting too. Not too much age in it. Bit of Bristol glaze stoneware, but you know, there. Actually, I keep these and I put them in my garden, and then I let plants grow out of the top of them. So that's just a 19th, 20th century stoneware. But I think this area is promising. As I come back to this place, this spot here for the first time in ages, you're discovering it with me. I'm rediscovering it and you're discovering it. Here is a tripod colander, some kind of strainer fragment. There you can see a hole, straining. Okay, and I've also picked up animal tooth. The top of a padlock. Okay, that's not going to win any prizes for historical item of the year, but I can do something with that. And a lovely oyster shell to do on my oyster eyes. Help needed with this one, guys. I am not a fossil expert by any means, but that looks like an imprint to me. What do you guys think? Fossil imprint on this stone here. Maybe a leaf of some kind of fur. And here's one for you typography fans out there. Cooper's marmalade. I've just found this. This is an older piece of shoe leather, maybe even medieval. What I'm going to do is take that with me and I'm going to have a go at preserving this. Oh my goodness, look, you can see where the toes pressed in to the tip of the shoe. Alright, I will be taking that home. It's a partial shoe sole. Given the location, I'm thinking this is probably Georgian. So yeah, let's take that home and see how I get on with preserving it. Can you see it? Yes, you can. All right, let's see about this one then. Oh, promising. Hopefully I can get it before the tide blasts in. Okay. There we go. What a pipe fest. What is that in the top? That would be too good to be true. There's a bit of shell at the top there, not a coin sticking out. Following on from my little hot water bottle, here we go, a toy whistle. I'll be keeping that. Alright guys, well that is me for another day. I've met some really lovely people out here today, so let me shout them out. Bunny, if you're watching, hello, it was lovely to meet you. Hope you enjoy your pipe. There's Jennifer, she was really lovely and her dog was absolutely gorgeous. We had some nice chats and I got some nice head and chin chuggles, snuggles, something, chucks. Yeah, there was also a kid from the, a kid who was going to the National Theatre. I don't know your name and I'm calling you a kid, but you're probably an adult. Anyway, whatever. Really nice to meet you too and talk about pottery. Well, that's it from me and I hope to see you again soon on Mudlarking with old Father Thames.